हाय एवरीवन, आई एम ईशान शर्मा। मुझे बहुत सारे बच्चे मैसेज करते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पर और जीमेल पर। वो बोलते हैं कि भैया मुझे ना वेब डेवलपमेंट सीखना है, मैं अभी भी कॉलेज आया हूँ, मुझे कोडिंग सीखनी है बिकॉज दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर माई करियर, सो आई वांट टू एक्सप्लोर दिस फील्ड। बट मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि मुझे कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी सीखनी चाहिए, कौन सी लैंग्वेज सीखनी चाहिए, कौन से प्रोजेक्ट बनाने चाहिए। अगर मुझे डाउट आया तो मैं उसे कैसे सॉल्व करूँ, और how can I become a full stack web developer? If you have the same question, if you have the same confusion, then you must watch this video till the very end, because today in this video I will share with you a free resource that will act as a guide, as a tutorial for you to understand what all you need to learn and how can you learn them in the most simple and effective way possible if you want to become a full stack web developer. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure that you watch till the end, hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get started with this resource called as the Odin project. Now this is a website wherein you can learn about all the topics that are important for you to become a web developer, right? Normally agar aap jaoge, search karoge Mozilla web docs par and all that, you will find a ton of different things, but this site has condensed all the information so that you only learn what is the most important for you if you want to get started in the field of making websites as a web developer. So if you click on view full curriculum, एक बात अच्छी है इस साइट की, वो है कि इसका डिजाइन काफी अच्छा है, राइट? सो एनीवन कैन जस्ट इजीली यूज इट एंड कैन अंडरस्टैंड क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव द फाउंडेशंस, सो यू क्लिक ऑन एक्सप्लोर ऑन द फाउंडेशंस एंड हियर यू हैव अ लिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू लर्न, अ टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट्स, राइट? सो लेट्स जस्ट से इंट्रोडक्शन, how this course works, introduction to web development, right? Web development होता क्या है? What is a website? How does it really work? How does the internet really work? You will learn about the prerequisites as well, right? मतलब कंप्यूटर क्या होता है, इंस्टॉलेशन कैसे करते हैं, टेक्स्ट एडिटर क्या होता है, कमांड लाइन क्या होती है, गिट को कैसे आप इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो. उसके बाद you learn a bit about git basics. Then you will learn about HTML foundations. Now this is where you enter into the basics of web development, right? So ये कैसे काम करता है? So I'll just show this to you. If you click on introduction to HTML and CSS, this is what you would get. So it will talk about the overview and it will have paragraphs and assignments that you need to do, as well as some additional resources that you can read, right? तो इसमें अच्छी बात ये है कि सब कुछ एक ही जगह पे दे रखा है, आपको कहीं और जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको भटकने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can just focus on this one site and you can effectively become a developer, right? So you first of all get a basic understanding of HTML and CSS, then you do a quick assignment that is mentioned over here. Read HTML versus CSS versus JavaScript. It is a quick overview of the relationship between HTML, CSS and JavaScript. You should click on this and read on to this material right here. ठीक है? So this is a great resource. इसके अंदर बहुत सारे references हैं जो आप देख सकते हो and आपको कहीं और जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, right? Then this is the additional resources. Here are some articles from Free Code Camp. Then you have some dev docs. And then you also have some knowledge check over here as well. कुछ questions पूछे हैं, आप उन questions का आंसर खुद लिखो, फिर इनके आंसर्स को check करो and see if you really understand how this really works. So as you can see, this is HTML and definition of that is also given over here. So that is how this works. That is the basics of how this website really works. Once you learn about the basics, right, the foundations, you have to basically learn about HTML foundations, CSS foundations, then you learn about, you know, Flexbox, you learn about JavaScript basics. तो इसके अंदर you will learn how does manipulation of the DOM really work. You will learn to build a simple project called as rock paper scissors. You will learn about JavaScript developer tools and how can you use them effectively. You will learn to make some more projects, like you have a calculator and you also have a sketch project, right? तो इसमें क्या है, अच्छी बात ये है कि इसमें it is all text based and you also have projects at the end, as well as some additional resources that you can take advantage of. But then you get into the backend. You learn about what is a backend, how can you build a simple backend. You also learn about simple concepts like installing Node.js and how can you use it to make a simple server for your website. But once you are done with the foundations, then you move on to the next path, in which you can either choose to learn full stack development using Ruby on Rails or JavaScript. Now I personally would recommend JavaScript because it is much more widely used. So we'll click on explore and that is when we can explore all of these lessons. So as you can see, first of all we'll click on intermediate HTML and CSS and we'll learn about forms, we'll learn about, you know, so many different things that are available over here on CSS concepts, HTML concepts. How can you make a simple form? How can you make a simple grid type structure? So you learn about all of that over here. Then you go into JavaScript and you learn about all of the concepts over here as well. First of all, there is a quick review. Then you learn about what are objects, what is a class. You learn about ES6 modules. You learn about a Webpack. You learn about object-oriented programming principles in JavaScript, and all the while you are building real projects. As you can see, you are building tic-tac-toe, you are building a library, you are building a restaurant page, you are building a to-do list. So you will also start to have some confidence on whatever you are learning, right? So you're not only learning a concept, the theory, but you're also applying it at the same time, which is going to give you the best learning experience. Then we also have how can you apply JavaScript in the real world, right? So you learn about linting, dynamic user interface, you learn about validation with JavaScript, and you also learn about ES6 syntax. You also learn about asynchronous JavaScript and APIs, and at the end you learn about a bit of computer science, which would include recursion. It would also include common data structure and algorithms that you should know about, like for example, what is a linked list, what is a binary search algorithm, and what is night. Then you learn about the basics of testing with JavaScript. Then you will go deeper into Git. You will also then start learning about React.js, which is going to give you a lot of options, a lot of advantages if you want to build sites which have common modules that can be used over and over again, right? So you learn about state and props, you learn about lifecycle methods, you learn about hooks, router, you learn about all of these concepts that are important inside of React. So that is one section of this path that we've taken on JavaScript. Then you go into advanced HTML and CSS. Then you learn about Node.js in much more depth. Then you learn about how can you get hired as a front-end developer or as a full stack developer. So that is what you get access to, right? As you can see, if I click on Node.js, you will learn about how can you set up a simple Node server, getting started, debugging Node, introduction to MongoDB. Now all of these are text-based tutorials, right? There's no real video that you need to watch. You need to read, you need to actively read and then implement whatever this is saying, right? There's a learning outcome, then you have the assignment, then you have the knowledge check, and that is how this really works. So this is a phenomenal resource that I think everyone should use if you are new to programming and if you can read and learn, right? तो इसको आप definitely check out कर सकते हो with the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I hope this video was helpful. You can hit the like button and subscribe. Share this video with your friend. If you have any questions around web development or around this site particularly, let me know about that in the comment section as well. But I think this is a great starting point. I think their approach is to explain everything in a very simple and effective manner, and that is what you can see on the entire website as well. But that's all from me. You can follow me on Instagram at Ishan Sharma 7390. Since you watched this video till the very end, that means that you learned a lot from this video. Well, then you should definitely check out this video around web development resources. These are free courses that you can take advantage of and you can learn about web development. Go check it out and I hope it helps.